Hey YouTube, I don't usually be on here showing my video, but got a couple of canister filters right here, the marineland 360 magnum flow, whatever. And with this one was cool, no air bubbles, but with this one I had air micro bubbles issues. And I tried everything, man. I was going crazy listening to everything people was posting on YouTube. As you see, there's no micro bubbles in here. Every now and then it might spurt out little pressure bubbles or whatever, but with this one, what I found out last night after sweating for about 2 weeks was, I don't know if you guys can see it, but this valve right here, the flow valve, you can click it up and down. And what happened was it was flowing. I clicked it up one little notch, and see, just a little bubble right there, but it's, I mean, basically just disappeared. So that kind of worked for me. I stuck my hand in the tank to test out the flow, and the flow is in the same range as this one over here. So if you are having the micro bubble problems, I would adjust that flow valve, because maybe the flow valves might work a little differently and putting out a lot more flow and sucking in up over here. That was my problem. And as you see, I don't have a whole bunch of those bubbles in here. So the last videos I seen was from years and years ago. But if you got some micro bubble issues, play with that flow valve. I don't know about the silicone and all that stuff. I changed the trays, I changed the hoses, I did all kind of stuff, and it still didn't work. And but the thing that worked last night, I was shocked, was I just pulled up on the flow valve, just a notch, couple clicks or a click or two, and it just went away. It just went away. So you know, play with the flow valve or something. Just make sure you got good flow, and no noises, no nothing. You know, and these are some little peacocks I picked up, trying to see if they're growing. I used to have a tank with a whole bunch of those trophies like her. She was the mother of a whole bunch of them, but man, I got on YouTube and saw Jay Wilson with these colored peacocks. I'm like, dude. So I ended up just going with that, with the peacocks. I don't have to feed them vegetarian food and all that. They can just eat. So if you got problems with that micro bubbles, man, I suggest just play with that flow valve before you start doing all the silicones and all this other crazy stuff. Just click, click that flow valve up maybe a notch or two, got clicks on them or something, and it, water still should flow, everything. I get a little sporadic bubble burst every now and then, but compared to what it was doing, a lot better.